he basically said, "Can we not make fun of her appearance?" And then some
Mm-hmm.
other guy leave. All he did was he responded with a GIF, and it was
Mm-hmm.
Arnold saying "no chance,"
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then the guy who the original commenter goes, "Typical incel," and he starts calling him an incel. And all he that Facebook post that you made,
Yeah, yeah.
it
So
it got weird in the comments.
yeah,
I like
it
how
did.
that guy asked you. He was like, "So are you making fun of her looks or her political stance?" And you just said yes.
Yeah.
That was the perfect response.
Yo, so so like I said earlier, right? I follow the sources that I follow are non-mainstream. They're different corners of the internet and whatnot, right? So
Yeah.
some of the people that I follow are like Antifa, very 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 active in the communities. Some of them infiltrate communities and whatnot. But Laura Loomer is a high profile. Basically, she's like a Nazi,
Yeah.
which is interesting because she's actually of Jewish heritage. But
Oh.
like, but
Oh
like,
shit.
but she's been a figure for a while. She tried to run for Senate. She lost, unlike one of her comrade in arms, Lauren Boebert or whatever, the really
Oh
fucking
yeah.
wild one.
Yeah.
Um,
Is it she from Colorado?
Boebert, I think. I can't even fucking say her name right.
I
Biebert,
think
just
it's like
Biebert.
Baybird or Bobert. I don't know. It's spelled Bobert, but I know what you're talking about.
I feel
And
like a
so
sub.
basically, this other chick is she's like a Jew for Jesus, but she's a Jew for Hitler.
Yeah, exactly. Essential, which isn't a new thing, but it's still astonishing to see it, right? Um,
Yeah.
anyway, so basically, long story short, and what the topic of this whole live is supposed to be about is somebody had posted some pictures of her, in the communities I follow, of her at an event with that dude, or I guess that dude. They were at some event, a conservative event, a right wing event, right? Posted it to his IG live. Somebody took a screenshot, um, and posted on some platform, and it's basically of her with this dude who took it's a selfie of her of Laura Loomer and this dude, and she just has on the like. So was it you that said it looked like she's wearing a Guy Fawkes mask, or
Yeah.
and somebody else said that it looks like she's wearing somebody else's face, and that
Yeah.
was like
Yeah. That really is what it looked like to me.
that. I
That
love.
was a better explanation. That guy said it better. But I did have that immediate thought that like it looks like she's wearing something on her face. And
Like,
again, it's not like the main thing isn't, oh, she's ugly,
mm-hmm.
but it was unavoidable.
this it was a hack job, and what I said, my yeah, and you're right, because the thing is, I shared it, okay, on a couple of my platforms, right, including Facebook, right, and my
Mm-hmm.
uh annotation or whatever
Mm-hmm.
was Laura Loomer. I don't know if she needs to fire her makeup artist
Oh yeah,
or if she needs to hire one,
higher
but
one.
or hire one, but she needs to do one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of Nazi Barbies that are in they're going to give her a run for her money in the right wing, right? And
yeah. And the problem is, I think that people don't know you necessarily in that group that you shared it to, so they didn't know the tone or how to take what you said. So
mhm,
that's why there was some like backlash in the comment section. But
mhm,
it seemed the majority of people were cool with it.
mhm,
And when I jumped in and started commenting and stuff and kind of just, I mean, I wasn't taking it very seriously in general, but
mhm.
my comments were kind of making light of it, I guess. And then a lot of people were liking what I said. So I don't know. Maybe that means something. Maybe it doesn't.
Mhm. Well, I just think it goes to show that I mean, this is going to be different. There's definitely fluctuations in the dynamics of how groups are, and how and who's joined and who is actually active in the group versus who's kind of just still subscribed to it but doesn't really participate. And certain opinions get overrepresented just because a lot of people just after a while don't like to see all those comments or angry reactions and whatnot. And it's not necessarily that I'm even somebody who like is trying to be like edgy or court controversy. I'm not, what I'm saying, that's just not really my style. But but the thing is that I'm also somebody who is not like,
what's up, Cherry Blossom?
I don't break everything down to, there's a that necessarily if you mock somebody, if you make fun of somebody, that it has to be cruel. Yeah. Or that it has to be like about something that's outside their control. Fucking up your makeup, it happens. It's human, and not necessarily.
It looks like plastic surgery gone wrong, because it's approaching that uncanny valley. You know what I mean?
It's like a thing,
or whatever.
Yeah, it's like it's almost human, but just something about it is like not. It's just throwing it off.
And I don't think it was a filter, because otherwise it would have been on the dude's face too.
Right. Yeah. And it would. Yeah. Exactly.
It's just a bad photo, and she obviously did something. Which, again, to each their own. Like that alone is not worthy of remark. But
right.
But I mean, when like kind of what you said, like, well, she's a Nazi, so fuck her, is kind of like what it comes down to.
But also, I got to be honest. I'm like, I was just thinking, but like, what if AOC had done the same thing? Like, what if she really botched? What if her makeup was really botched?
Oh, they would have gone to town.
Well, exactly. But the thing is that like, it would have all been in the same spirit, right? Because the caption was just about, what my remarks were just like, hey, was just basically, hey, the makeup is bad. You either need to hire a makeup artist, like stop doing your own shit, or the person who is doing your shit, fire they ass. Because like in either scenario, because the thing is that same spirit could apply across the board, but it's like because of the association of the moralizing or whatnot, right? Yeah, exactly. They would have like come down on my ass, Not all of them, because there are definitely some people on the left and whatnot who don't like AOC, for different reasons. But she's definitely far more popular than fucking Laura Loomer.
Yeah, my whole thing with I guess online comment sections and stuff like that, when people are like getting up in arms about one person's use of whatever type of language. It's like, dude, this is the internet. Like, how are you gonna tell somebody what to or not to say? You know what I mean? Like, it just gets very virtue signally, because, like, none of us really have a stake in the game. Plus, it's a progressive Facebook group. We obviously all agree to a certain extent. And what I thought was going on, I didn't even know that you had written that caption. I thought that you had shared something somebody else wrote.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously there were screenshots of the social media posts, and then your caption, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't get that. And did you see? I don't know if you saw. Were you at work or something? Because like shit was kind of going down in there for a while. Like I was in there just like.
Well, shit. The thing. I mean, the thing is, that was the first post in a long time that it generated a lot of that I made that generated that kind of attention, and it's funky when there's more comments than likes or than reactions at all. No, I mean that's here's my thing is that like I'm somebody who this is what I've always been about. I like even before social media as a kid. I am somebody who just likes to ask questions. I'm somebody that likes to argue. I am somebody that likes to hear different opinions and everything, right? So really the comment section is just the modern expression, the digital expression, you could say, of what I'm already about. So it's like, of course, I always I always keep in mind the way in which something can be wrong or not be wrong, but I always think about the way in which something can be received glowingly in a positive way and in a negative way. I just was not... I was, but it's just, when you actually see but then you have to actually see the results of what I saw, and I was just like, but I love that though. I don't mind the fact, it doesn't bother me that people are expressing their differences of opinion and whatnot, because the thing is, really what it's about is, you know, you got to base every situation on its own. Everything is essentially a case by case basis. You know what I'm saying? Because because like I said, that caption that I wrote for that, you know, is not mocking, you know, saying what, you know, like you said, it's not mocking what is natural about them. It's like if a dude gets a bad haircut or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Well, and, you know, people will mock you and you know, say shit.
Yeah.
You know, say shit, and it's just like, yeah, it may fuck with you, you know, your self-esteem and everything, but you know, you also ought to, you know, be cognizant of how certain things are perceived, can be perceived depending on the demographics and whatnot, right? You know, that's just the thing. And even though I didn't give any details about some of her fringe opinions and whatnot, it's because I wanted to just, you know, be in a moment of lightheartedness and, you know, make a joke that I thought could apply in different situations, you know.
And also, it's like, that's the thing about a joke is sometimes you can say something and you don't necessarily mean it, or it doesn't necessarily reflect your complete and, you know, total inner feelings about something or inner monologue or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so at a certain point, you just got to either laugh or not laugh if you don't find it funny. But
Mm-hmm.
to like go, like, did you see somebody, one guy commented, I don't remember his name, like, I think
you don't need to say, we don't say his name.
Yeah, he basically was like, oh, so you're making fun of her appearance, like, not cool type of thing.
Right.
No, he goes, he basically said, can we not make fun of her appearance? And then some other guy all he did was he responded with a GIF, and it was Arnold saying no chance.
Oh wait, no, I didn't. Oh, I didn't make that GIF. I didn't post. I didn't reply that GIF.
No, somebody else did.
Yeah.
And then, so this guy named Jake's response, he just goes, no chance. Just all he did was leave a GIF. And then the guy who the original commenter goes, typical incel, and he starts calling him an incel. I was like, wait, so we're not allowed to make fun of people, but then you're gonna call him an incel for leaving a GIF? Like, what?
It's not even that, because the thing is, it's not like incel isn't a real thing, but it's just like, how do you jump from them sharing a fucking Arnold GIF to share?
Yeah, so
incel.
I jumped in there and I started defending him. I said, wait. So we're not allowed to make fun of someone's appearance, but then you immediately turn to making fun of someone's ability to have sex. Like, I don't see the first off, they're demonstrably unrelated, and second off,
right, exactly,
that's totally hypocritical. Yeah, and then he goes, actually, that's not the same thing at all, because one, you're making fun of someone's appearance, and whereas I was making fun, or I'm attacking his behavior.
Yeah.
But it was like, behavior, he left a GIF.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say anything. He didn't, you know what I mean? You don't know how this person feels or thinks at all. And he clearly was joking, because it's a silly GIF. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we proceeded to bicker for a while until eventually I was like, look, dude, this is just recreational for me. Like, I don't really care. You can call him an incel if you want. I'm just going to tell you that makes no sense.
Yeah, exactly.